We are making chocolate marble cookies. They will be incredibly chocolatey and incredibly delicious. Cooking is actually very simple. You just need to roll the balls for a long time, but everything else is very quick. What do we need to make marble chocolate cookies? Powdered sugar. What else? Cocoa, sugar, and powder, flour. I always call flour powder. Anna, will you share your part? Eggs, baking powder, salt, and butter. We start cooking. It's actually very simple and quite quick. We add butter. Then we add sugar. We add everything at once, but we also have a short recipe. So, we pour out half. Hrihori will add half of the sugar and half of the eggs. Hrihori, your turn. Winter, pour out half of the eggs. No, not with a spoon, just pour out half of it. Next, we will turn on our mixer. It can be a mixer, a food processor, or really anything, and we will beat the mixture. You can actually do this by hand as well, but it will be a bit harder and take a little longer. In order for your mixture to blend well and everything to turn out great, all the ingredients should be at room temperature. Leave the jar on the table and, for example, prepare it in the evening. And then we beat and mix it thoroughly. We whip it to a homogeneous state. The butter was taken out a bit late, so we have some small lumps of butter left, but that's not a big deal. It will mix in with the flour. Make sure to add the baking powder to the flour and then add the salt. Hrihori adds the salt, just not all of it, but half, and you add all of it. We are just dividing the recipe. We simply add flour with baking powder and then add cocoa. It's really very simple. The powdered sugar is added when we will be rolling the balls from our cookies. We mix again until we achieve a uniform consistency, and then I will show what we will do next. Cookie. It's ready. Is the dough ready? Can I try it? Yes, because it's starting now. Just a little, Hrihori. Sorry. Well. So what do you think? Very good. Now we need to gather all this dough and put it in the refrigerator, preferably overnight. You can also put it in the freezer for an hour or two. The dough should become firmer so that it can be rolled into balls. For now, we just need to gather it into a bag. Now our task is to collect as much of the dough as possible and send it to the freezer or the refrigerator. In the bag, in a food wrap, in whatever works. But everything needs to be in contact so that the dough doesn't dry out. I'm sending our dough to the freezer because we still plan to prepare it today. Well, you see for yourself, I just flatten it a little. Send it off. We took our dough out of the refrigerator. I recommend doing everything in the first stages because it will all be covered in chocolate. We take a piece of dough and from it we will simply roll into balls. The balls should ideally be roughly the same size, although it's not critical. This way they will bake evenly. Not too big but not too small either. And then you see I toss them into a bowl of powdered sugar. It's very simple, just a good amount of powdered sugar. You see, it's really powdered sugar, quite a lot of it. And we make sure to leave space between them so that they do not spread. And we continue. Our cookies are ready to go into the oven, 175 degrees, using the convection setting. Bake for 12 minutes on top and bottom. Honestly, time matters. They should remain fluffy and not too dry. And this is the right option. Honestly, it's already 25 on the base, you see. I tested different options. Time matters. 15 minutes have passed. Our bakery. Look, it's a bit overwhelming right now. We will taste it, and I will show you. The cookies are ready. The taster will be tasting them on site. Where are you going? If he had bitten into it, he would have shown the bite to the people. Show the bite. Well, like this. Look how moist it is. I know that this cookie is very tasty. I have nothing to say, except bake it in the working church. Incredibly delicious. You must definitely make it. It's very tasty.